I'm gonna get right into the video. I have a strategy that can potentially help someone who is in need of a very good strategy. And if you take this strategy seriously, you will see profits. No doubt about it, as long as you have, your risk management and you know what you're doing. You have to know what you're doing in these markets. But overall, this is a really good strategy. This is a beginner friendly strategy as well. This strategy gives you signals. You need to go through a series of signals before you can enter a trade. And when you enter a trade, you pretty much let it go, right? So let's get into this strategy. All right, let's go ahead and get into the strategy. So you're gonna go to the settings, chart settings right here, go to appearance and click session breaks. You can pick whatever color you would want, and you can pick, the style of your session breaks. I have dashed lined here and I have the color blue. So that is what you need. And as you can see, we have blue lines already up. Now we're going to get into our indicators. First indicator you're going to need is you're going to need a moving average. If you don't know where your indicators are, they're right here. Click it and you're just going to search up moving average. So right here, it's already in my favorites, but you would go down here and click on it. From your moving average, you're going to go to the settings and you are going to go to visibility or inputs. Sorry, you're going to go to inputs, and if it's not already on 9, you're going to change it to 9. All right, and then go to style. You can pick whatever color you would want your line to be in the thickness of your line, right? The thickness of your line. Blue line here that you see running across the chart is the moving average. Next, you're going to need the Ichimoku cloud indicator. Again, go to your indicators, type in Ichimoku cloud. I have it here as my favorites. And you're going to go to your settings once you have it up. Now, for this one, I don't remember what the basics are with the Ichimoku. I don't know what it looks like already, but basically you want to copy what you see here. If anything is different on your chart, just go ahead and copy it. So here I do not have the conversion line, I do not have the baseline, I do not have the lagging span, nor the leading span, and nor the leading span B. I have the plots background checked and I have them colored. So color 0 is green, and you might have to adjust the color. And I have the second color red, and you might also have to adjust the color. Just click on it and adjust it. If it's too green, it's going to be hard to see the candles underneath the cloud. So you want to make sure that the green is transparent. Same thing goes with the red. You want to make sure that it's visible but transparent enough to where you can see the candles on the other side of the cloud. This strategy. Okay, now the last indicator you need is half trend. So go here, type up half trend. Half trend, I have it as my favorites. You type up half, it should be the first one to pop up. You're gonna get it, and we're gonna go to our settings. Now in the half trend, the only things that I have marked are the arrow up and the arrow down, which is what you see here, right? The arrow up and the arrow down. Leave the colors as they are. Go to your inputs, and they should be at 2 and 2. You want to make sure that these are checked as well. Just copy what you see here. I didn't mess with this, so I'm pretty sure you don't have to mess with this, but if anything is off, go ahead and fix that. All right, so now let's actually get into the strategy and how it works. You can use this strategy on any chart in any time frame, okay? it's going to work the exact same. Nothing's different. The only thing that I would say would be different is how many pips you want to look to catch. But other than that, this strategy works the exact same way. Okay, just make sure that you are looking out for the signals. So how it works is you get your first signal, right? First thing we're looking for is the signal of the arrow. So it's either going to be a blue arrow or a red arrow. So it's either going to be a blue arrow or a red arrow, right? So here we see we have a blue arrow. Next, what we want to look for is once this arrow has popped up, we want to be checking for, is the candle above the cloud? And is it above the blue line? Did it close above the cloud? And did it close above the blue line? And as you can see here, this candle did close above the cloud and it did close above the blue line completely. So what we want to do is we want to get in on the next candle. We want to get in on the next candle, which will be here. As you see, it came up just a little bit, then we had some drawdown of 6 pips. But if you waited it out over time, this gave you roughly 17 pips. All right, so here we have another signal. As you can see, we have a signal here, but it doesn't follow the rest of our rules, and we'll get into that in a minute. But let's focus on this signal we have here. So we have our blue signal, candle closed above the candle. Whoa. Candle closed above the cloud and above the blue line, right? Our close was up here. So we're here with it. Came up just a little bit on that candle. Then we came down. We had some drawdown of, 11 pips drawdown. But if you stayed in this, got a little bit over 60 pips in 2 hours. So this is what you would have gotten out of this trade, and all you did was saw signals to let you know, hey, this is about to go down. You get in and you let it ride. You let it happen, you let it ride. All right, so here's another one going in the opposite direction. We have our signal. We have our candle close below the Ichimoku cloud and below the moving average line. And if we got into this trade for a sell, because the arrow is letting us know it's time to sell, we had drawdown of 7 pips, but if we stayed in this trade, we would have gotten a little over 70 pips out of this trade, right? And we stayed in this trade for about 2 hours. All right, so I want to get into like one like this. We are below the cloud. We close below the blue line, but we did not close below the cloud. This is why this was not a trade to enter. This was not a good trade to enter, and it shows you here. It shows you what happened. It turned into a buy, and if you would have gotten into this buy, you would have gotten in on all this profit. Now let me show you on a higher time frame what it would look like. Again, this is a 5-minute time frame. This is very much fast money. If you're a scalper, you're gonna love this strategy. But let's go to like someone who likes to work from the hour, and it works the exact same way. Doesn't matter which pair you're trading, it's gonna work the exact same way. So all right, so we are on the 1 hour chart, and we have our signal happen, candle closed below the cloud and below the moving average line. If we stayed in this trade, so it told us to get in. If we stayed in this trade, we had drawdown of 20 pips. But if you would have stayed in that trade, you would have gotten a little over 190 pips. If you're having trouble seeing profit, this strategy will work for you. It literally tells you when to enter a trade and when not to enter a trade. It's that simple. It's giving you signals, and it's literally showing you where the money is. So if you are a trader and you're really not seeing profits, you can't even get to a point where you see, you are consistently having wins. I guarantee you, if you try this strategy out, you will see wins. You will see wins on a consistent basis. Okay? Again, this is the 1 hour chart. Alright, so we are now on the 15-minute chart, and I'm going to different time frames just to show you it doesn't matter what time frame you love to trade from, it will work. Here we have our signal to the downside. This candle closed below the moving average and below the Ichimoku cloud. So we would enter on the next candle, right? And we write it down. So this was a very huge move to the downside, and it happened within 15-30 minutes. Alright, this wraps up this video. If you have any questions at all, you can go ahead and leave comments, and I will answer any questions that you have. I would imagine one of the questions would be, how long to hold the trades for. It all depends on what time frame you are trading and also how many pips you are looking for. So if you're looking for more pips, I would say trade on a higher time frame. And it also depends on what you're trading as well. So you're gonna have to be very familiar on what you're trading. You possibly want to use, just to start off with this strategy, you want to use your favorite pair that you've been trading for the past couple months, or what you're familiar with. So I'm gonna wrap up this video. Any questions, leave it down below. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Hit the like button so I know that you liked the video, or hit the like button if you tried this strategy and it worked for you. See you in the next one.